So, we have, this is gonna be the first real episode, streaming the late night show, and, with me here, I got a good old, Ronald Young over here.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap. Oh, Snappleberry supremacy.
What's up, y'all?
I gotta turn you up.
Batman.
There we go.
I'm Batman.
There we go. Now we got your mic going good. Yeah, this has been a lot of trial and error today. I tried streaming probably 17,000 times tonight, and it just didn't go as planned. And I realized it was because I had these videos in the background that I thought were really neat to play, but they were very large in file size, and to stream that to 3 places at once, my computer basically told me to go fuck myself. So
Makes sense.
yeah, it's a little bit cray. But welcome if you're tuning in. Gonna try to do this every Friday, probably at a better time, or maybe we'll keep it late night. I don't know. What do you feel like? How do you feel about that, Ron?
I'm open to whatever.
I mean, would you watch something like this late at night?
Late at night? Yeah, this is probably when I'd watch it the most, honestly.
I mean, I feel like this is the time where I'd want to be snuggled in a blanket and just not doing much of anything but getting lost in like a TV show.
Yeah, no, when I watch TV, like, I'm like a Netflix guy, so I watch like Netflix, and then when the Netflix gets too boring, I go to my phone, and then I'm watching TikToks.
I'll be doing shit on my phone while the TV's going. It's like not really paying attention to either one. It's like
Exactly.
what am I even doing right now? What is this?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like,
why?
And then I'm just like, oh crap, I missed a good part. And I gotta rewind it. I can always go back to the Facebooks or the TikToks or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Well, I'm glad all this is finally working.
Now, this is what? Oh my now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I can I manipulate all of us at the same time now. I got you running it. Dude, I have all these Focusrite inputs for all of this right now. But what I love most is this new Universal Audio interface. Sam got one. He replaced his old dock.
Sponsor alert.
Well, you know, I'm not. No, well, I've had. I'm in no way sponsored by anybody. I mean, you know, I'm down to be, but no. I've just had these Focusrites, and I thought that these were the shit for so long. It's like, oh, these are great, and they're like the most sold, whatever. But then Sam replaced his old Focusrite, like the oldest one. It's just old as dirt, and he got some good money for it. So I returned mine. I got this Universal Audio, and it just sounds so good. Let's turn on the warm setting.
Especially these headphones. These headphones are
$500.
holy. Yeah, I can hear every penny.
Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes you gotta go all out. But it just sucks because to utilize those the best, they need to be plugged into a computer to get like the full fidelity and all that good shit. But it's still really good on the PS5. And
Oh yeah.
and like I was telling Ron earlier, my buddy Dane just downloaded Call of Duty 3 again. Yeah, I've been playing video games forever. My PS5 has just been sitting around doing nothing but getting dust after I beat Spider-Man. But you know, he brought up these old zombies that we used to play all the time, and man, like there are so many cool sounds that I could hear in these headphones now, and it looks so good on my TV. It's just like, holy pickles.
Yeah, I should have been playing zombies last night. I'm addicted to Dead by Daylight.
I just haven't wanted to play anything lately, but that sounded pretty good to these ears.
These headphones are phenomenal. I'm like, I can hear like the timbre in my voice, the different tones and you and all the music. It's it's so clear. Like, I was pinging a little bit there on my S.
Well, I also gotta tune these in a little more. You can hear some background whatevers, and I gotta get some compression going on. But for what it is, it ain't bad. Oh, man. So Ron took me out, early birthday present style, to go see Batman, and we got some wings. Let me fucking tell you, worst dining experience I've had in a very long time. Like, what? How are you that bad? How are you so bad? This chick literally asked Ron, same check or separate? And he's like, separate. You know what? Actually, no, just make it one. She's like, one? He's like, yeah. She's like, all right, babe, I got you. Comes over with 2 checks. Just like, what? But this was at the end of it, so that was just like the icing on the cake. But it's just like, my pop just tasted like carbonated water with the littlest bit of flavor syrup in there.
That was the beginning of the whole experience.
That was the start of the downfall.
This is not looking good.
It's just like, so then she's like, well, would you like Mountain Dew or Sprite? Or it's like, do you have cherry Pepsi? She's like, well, we have Mountain Dew, or it's like, but do you have cherry
like
Pepsi? Yeah, like, do you have a brown soda? And it's like, I was like, do you have root beer? She's like, yeah, but it's in a bottle. It's like, whatever, just give me something to drink, please. It's not piss water Mountain Dew and whatever.
No disrespect to Mountain Dew.
And, well, I think it's garbage, but whatever.
I'll do the Dew from time to time.
Oh, man. So, after about 4 hours of waiting, I finally get my root beer.
That was the worst. I mean, I don't know if it was like a miscommunication or she just forgot, but there's a bartender, so I guess she had to get the drinks. I mean, that was her excuse.
Oh, she had plenty of excuses
so
for just about everything that went wrong. And she's like, look, I've worked in these kinds of things. You're wrong. But so you can get flavors, wings. I'm just like, let me get this and this mixed. Oh, she's like, mixed? I was like, yeah. So she brings out the food fast as fuck. You can tell these wings have been like pre-cooked, and then they just dropped them down for another 10 minutes and brought them out to you and just. Oh,
my potato skins. I didn't mention it, but my potato skins were awful. They were too hard. There's just like. The potatoes were obviously undercooked, and I just scarfed them down because it was like I'm not gonna complain. It's food and it's being brought to me. Man. So,
I mean, the food came out quick, but that's because it was garbage.
And
so
undercooked and overcooked.
Undercooked, all the above, just all the shit that you really don't want when you go out to eat. And it's like whatever. So start eating. Well, guess what? That bottle of pop runs out real fucking quick. When you're me. when you are me, pop disappears real fast. So that's what happened. And guess what? It's like, hey, I see you're not doing anything. Can I get another bottle of root beer? It literally just disappears for what I would say is like 20 minutes. And I'm just sitting here, can't eat any more wings. My mouth is on fire.
I eventually caught her doing tic-tac dances behind the bar. So.
I literally stared this bitch down for like 2 minutes straight, like making all kinds of weird faces. And then she comes over, she's like, yeah, well, I put your order in. We're just waiting on the bartender. It's like, for what? To pull it out of the fridge and pop the top off? Like, it takes 10 seconds. Give me my drink. I'm so thirsty. And she's like, oh, okay, let me go check on that. It's like, check on it. Just get it.
In her defense, she only had the 2 tables right next to us.
3 tables in total. Either way, all I wanted was a drink. Very quick, very easy. Get it out the way. Do whatever else you have to do. And disappears again forever. Comes back over like, hey, is everything okay with your food? It's like, can I just get a water or something? Like, just something to drink?
Oh, yeah. No, I put that in. I put that pop in, so...
Yeah, it's like...
coming right up.
She's like, well, I didn't think you wanted a water, so I wasn't going to ask you. Oh, I'm just sitting here not eating my food, and just gets like, yes, give me a water. Walks over like 30 seconds later with my root beer, like, what the fuck, dude? And on top of that wing sauce that's supposed to be mixed, I got some garlic goodness with some mild. Well, I had 2 mild wings and 3 just garlic whatever the fuck wings. It's like, dude, what is this?
The sauce was the best part of the whole experience.
It's like, what? Is this the fucking Twilight Zone? It's like this bitch forgets everything.
Speaking of Twilight Zone.
Oh.
Tell them what happened when you went to the bathroom.
I forgot about that. Wait, let's just put this on in the background here. open. Yeah, recommended settings, please.
Yeah.
So we're done eating. I want to wash my fucking hands. And Ron's like, here, use this tiny napkin that you can't even wipe your whole finger off with because it's so small. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom.
What?
And
I'm talking to Dane.
I was like, what is happening?
I'm talking to Dane. He's watching us.
It's like, is the mic cutting out? So I'm gonna have to stand up to show you this because it was really bizarre. I couldn't, it's like, am I in a fucking Twilight Zone episode? So I walk to the bathroom, there's no one around.
Alright.
I open the door, and straight in front of me are the sinks and the mirror, and then this black dude. No one else in the bathroom. Hold on. This dude is in front of the mirror, and I'm just staring at him, and he's just like...
Alright, yeah. Well, we gotta set up a call line, so...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's just dancing, looking... I thought he was filming a TikTok video, but he's just staring at himself, by himself in the bathroom, just...
No, this is the guy in the bathroom.
Oh,
I gotta get back to the shit.
Oh, yeah. Just like, what is this guy doing, and who is he doing this for? This guy is dancing for himself. He's not even videotaping it. He's not going to show his friends how silly it is. He's just doing it to see himself in the bathroom dance. It's like, it's like, dude, you work here. Maybe you should be making some food. Like, you could watch yourself dance anywhere and any time, I'm sure, but he was feeling it. And like, I couldn't help but laugh. I just see him just like, oh, hey, no, keep doing your thing. And I just gotta walk around you to wash my hands and get to the sink. It was just so fucking weird, man. And he stayed in there. Like, I left, and he continued to stay in the bathroom for I don't know how long, but he was having a great time. Very weird.
Yeah, it was a weird night.
Very weird experience.
Dane said we were being too hard on the girls, so...
Too hard on what?
Dane,
no,
Dane
listen.
he said, hey, it's restaurants, it's a tough gig.
Listen, I get the restaurant thing. It's a tough gig. I understand, and I don't hate on servers, but this girl forgot everything, and she didn't even look high. She was just that bad. It's like, how do you forget a pop? You were right at my table. It's like, yes, can I get another one of these, please, because I'm thirsty.
She got mine right away.
Oh, yeah. Got Rod's right away, no problem. Bartender probably had to get that.
Nah, I think it's a weird setup, because there was, like, a bartender, but there's, like...
It was all bullshit.
There's also, like, the fountain drinks were, like, outside of the bar, so that the girls could get those fountain drinks. But then, like, all the bottled drinks and all the beers and alcohol obviously were behind the bar. So, I don't know. In her defense, there was a weird setup.
Man, it was all done so badly. I love that place. It's so, like, Quaker Steak and Lube, I love that place. I've never had a problem with it.
Good sauce.
Sauce is lovely when it's mixed properly. Oh, that's the other thing. So, it was just like one thing after another. So, okay, cool. I have 2 mild wings and 3 weird garlic-looking things. I was like, well, hey, I asked for it to be really saucy. It looks like I can't even tell if there's sauce on this wing. Like, oh shit, that's odd. It's like, so hey, can I just like get a side of sauce? She's like, yeah, well, I gotta send it back because they don't like it when we just. It's like, whatever, dude, just give me my sauce. That's cool, fine. 40 minutes later, it's like flagged her down. Like, hey, so Ron's almost done with his wings. I still have a full plate of wings. My fries are almost gone. It's like, hey, what's up with that sauce? Oh, well, I put it in. Yeah, so how about you go get it? That'd be great. She comes out with this sauce. You can clearly see it was all mild, and then she just poured some garlic straight in the middle, and she's like, hey, I mixed it myself. It's like, bitch, you didn't mix anything. First of all, you poured some mild in there, and you poured a little garlic in the center, and you didn't even try to stir it up. You just left it looking like that, like an eyeball of sauce. It's like, I get a fry, mix it up, sauce is great. But it's just like, dude, you are the worst. You are ruining my day off.
Stir it yourself.
Stupid bitch. Sorry, I don't usually hate.
It's a little much.
It's been a weird couple days, and
yeah, understandable. your frustration. I get your frustration. I didn't have as many problems, but looking back on the meal, the food was definitely not prepared to the highest of standards.
Oh God, no. They were prepping for like thousands of people to come in. It's like, look, dude, it's not that crazy right now. I would appreciate some fresh wings.
Yeah.
It's like, I've made these. I know the difference. When you pre-cook them and pull them out, I was telling Ron, you're heating these wings up. So all the water inside of it, after you pull it out and it's been blanched and it's hot, you're evaporating and all that water is still evaporating out as it's cooling down.
Yeah.
And then you go to cook it again. Well, guess what? There's no more water in there, and you get these dry-ass, hard-ass wings. It's not good. There's a huge difference, and it just is, man.
They
But
definitely relied on that sauce.
But before, I haven't seen this guy in a
Sauce
while.
is good.
And, to meet him there, and it's like, yeah, we're about to see this crazy-ass movie.
Oh,
And it's like, we're
so
at this
good.
crazy-ass cool place. I hope the car doesn't fall on my head. It's like, this is going to be great. And it started off with that, and then whatever, okay, forget all that. Then we go to the movie. It's like, all right. I haven't really sat by anybody except my friends in a long time, and it wasn't even that packed, but I'm sitting next to some people, whatever. Well, the guy next to Ron, holy fuck.
Oh, my God.
This dude screaming shit. Like, she was about to reveal something, and the guy's like, blah, blah, blah!
The father!
Yeah, just in this quiet-ass theater, just yells it out. And
Holy crap.
there's like 5 times I want to be like, just shut the fuck up, dude, I'm trying to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Like, for the love of God.
And
Like,
the worst part was I feel like everybody thought he was, like, with us.
yes.
And I was like, this isn't our guy.
Yeah,
He's,
no, we're not with this fucking crazy man.
This is a twosome. I know it seems like a threesome, but it's
This is like parts I thought we were at a rodeo. He'd be like, woohoo! Just like, dude, fuck. Like, we got seated next to the biggest Super Batman fan in the world.
Oh yeah, he was fanboying out.
Oh, hard. Like, so hard. You hear him whispering shit before shit happens. Like, dude, I'm getting real close to saying something. This has been a really weird day for me, and it's just, this is the icing on the cake. It's about to pop-a-lop-a-dop-a-lop.
There were a couple times when I thought like somebody had gone to get somebody to like escort him out, and I'm just like,
It was intense.
oh no, here it is. We're gonna get kicked out by association. Like, we're
Yeah.
gonna have to explain we're not with this guy.
Like, he was, like I said, it was me, then Ron, then this dude. And just like, he was the most, he was more annoying than just like a random kid here and there. Just like, non-stop the whole movie, just like, oh my god, this is fucking great, oh my god, I fucking love this movie,
Yeah.
oh, this is the best fucking movie. Just like, dude, please, yes, it's a fucking,
that's
it's pretty
ridiculous.
cool, it was done great,
That's
it's
the
the
most
most real,
ridiculous thing I've
it's
seen.
the most real Batman. Oh, and then there's some
Oh,
part
it's so
that
good.
that was
So
happening,
good.
I don't want to say what it was, but I thought it was really cool. It's
I
like,
thought it was cool too.
it's like, this is
I
cool,
know
it's like,
exactly what you're talking about.
and you just hear, like, it got quiet, and you just hear the guy, that's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. It's
I
like,
was like-
dude, I'm gonna kick you in the face. I'm gonna kick you in the face when you have a mouthful of popcorn.
ruining this entire moment.
Yeah, it's just like, you and that waitress should probably get together
Hang out.
and annoy the shit out of each other to the point where you have the worst children ever. It's
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. But man, yeah, I'm not so hostile. This week, the last couple of days, like, it's been crazy. It's been kind of cray. And just when you think things are cray,
I've had
you
some
hear,
good days.
you hear some stories from someone else. It's like, wow, that's really cray.
Yeah, I've had some crazy experiences myself, but the last 2 days were pretty stellar. I had a
How so, Ron? What?
I had a full body massage
Ooh.
yesterday.
90 minutes.
90 minutes. Oh.
Oh, you want to do it? All right.
90 minutes.
And this
Is the
The masseuse was
like
perfect. She was so good at what she does.
Like she's perfect looking, or she just touched you right?
She was good looking, but like she was a great masseuse. So,
Okay.
Like, I mean, I would date her, but as far as like the massage thing went, like
Well,
I didn't think.
but
like,
did you hear her talk? Are you sure you would date her? Have you heard her speak words, or is it
She-
just
No,
because she was
yeah.
touching all over you?
Well-
Like, yeah, I could get with this. all day.
I mean, those were the thoughts going on in the back of my head.
How could they not be?
No, she was. I heard her speak. Of course, she like told me to like undress to my comfort level. That's the beginning of.
So
the
you just
massage.
got buck naked and kept on one sock.
I didn't.
I would have done it.
I kept the drawers on.
Okay,
I
keep it
didn't
on the
go
drawers.
all the way. I thought about it, but I was uncomfortable.
Oh,
with
dude,
it, so.
we all think about that when we're there. It's like, do we take that chance? Do I pull out my schlanger and just hope for the best, or just like?
Yeah, no, there was a moment where I was like, oh man, she's getting close to my schlong.
Oh yes, those are the best moments.
Touch it. And she was probably thinking, please don't touch his wiener.
I don't want it. Please don't let him ask. Please don't let him pull out his wiener.
There's like, it's such a different world. There's all these signs up that say, like, about sexual harassment, and it's like, don't do this laundry list of things. These are like, and it was just like,
You
okay,
can breathe, but that's it.
That's about it.
Buster.
No boners.
No boners. I'm gonna touch all over you, and I have the softest hands, and I probably smell of herbal essence shampoo.
My nose doesn't work,
But
she
no
probably did.
boners.
She probably smelled good.
I
Couldn't
mean,
tell you.
oh yeah, Ron has the craziest nose I've ever witnessed. I'm a medical marijuana patient. I've had some crazy good weed. We used to live together, and
Roomies.
and just like some of this stuff tasted so good, and it's like, hey, smell this. He's like, I don't smell it. Like, what? He's like, yeah, I don't smell it. Dude, what are you talking about? And the stuff he can smell is like, what? It's just mind-boggling. It's
certain
weird.
Things don't get into my smell receptors. It's a really weird thing. Yeah, actually, that's another thing. She asked at the beginning of the massage. She's like, I could put on some peppermint or some chamomile candles.
Yes, please.
And I was like, well, yeah. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna be able to smell that.
Well, how do you know? Maybe you would have been able to smell that.
I mean, I regretted it. Like towards the end, I was like, maybe I would have been able to smell it, but I didn't. I wasn't certain, so I just kind of was like, I kind of passed it. It might have made the experience better, but then I might have also been focusing on that the entire time.
Well, of course.
Like, I can't fucking smell this.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the point, right? You kind of want to get immersed. You close your eyes. You're getting the good feely touches, and then you get them smells to follow.
I didn't, like, she was so small, but so powerful. Like,
yes.
I can't believe, like, pushing her. I don't know if she was using her elbows or her palms or everything. And then she did the thing with the karate chops. It was wonderful.
The karate chops.
Uh-oh. I froze for a second.
Sometimes it'll do that. That's the joys of using iPhones. Sometimes it works flawlessly and beautifully, and sometimes just like, hey, that screen was off the whole time I was streaming.
Occasionally I'll just freeze and make you think that it's happening.
We make you think that it's happening. I need to change how some of these transitions go. I need some of them to be instant. Instant. Let me throw on another background song here.
Oh, man. But, yeah. And afterwards... Yeah, and her next client was a very large gentleman. I felt kind of bad. It was... I don't know. I mean, that's your job. You gotta love what you do. But
Absolutely.
Seeing him, it was like... There's so many different types of people that you would have to touch. And I'm not like a touchy kind of guy. I mean, like, I like to be... touched in the right situation.
Oh, touching's great.
Like getting a massage or like getting a back rub. Like that's cool and from the right person. But when you gotta just touch strangers all day, that's awkward.
Well, see, back in the heyday, when I was about 18, 19, 21 area,
that's the heyday.
I started, I stayed with a buddy or two, and there was like probably 4 or 5 of us there, and I ended up being the dude that just was massaging everybody, just like. And what's weird is
good back rubs though. I've had a BK back rub there.
I've been told they're amazing. Remember that. Anyways, but yeah, it's just like I gave so many people massages, and it was fine because none of these people were by my definition, gross. But there's some people that there's just like no way I could touch them, no matter what. Like my hands cannot touch you, sir or ma'am.
And if you have a body odor, I couldn't tell you if I have a body odor. But if like the guy after me had like some sort of body odor, like she's like obligated to massage that gentleman.
Yeah.
It's just I salute the masseuses of the world. How do you masseuses? How do you pluralize that?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Interesting.
One of my exes, her father was dating a heavier set woman, and man, oh man, it was intense. Like I got nothing against big people or anything, but man, like I'm starting to wonder if he had a nose like yours, because she's like one of those people, like she seems like she's clean or whatever and showered up good, but like if you were to go into the bathroom after her, even if she were to just like walk in there to wash her face, and then you just walk in there after her, just like, whoa, dude, like
No.
it was gag worthy. Like I don't want to throw names, but man, it was really hard to handle, and to think that just like someone has relations with you, and she
just
always
finished having a relationship.
well, that's the thing. You hope that was just like, oh, maybe, she just didn't shower last night and she's good to go, but it's just like, this was every time. Like, I got a weird thing with smells. Like, I love them to death. I'm super sensitive to them. But when it's bad like that, like, I'll gag. And, like, you walk in that bathroom or you walk behind this woman and it's just like, it's just like, whoa,
That's
Jesus.
the thing about my nose. Like, bad smells are more prominent for me. Like, I can smell, like, something burning. Some, like, poops and various things. Poops and farts, but not all poops
But
and
weren't
farts.
you right next to a turd
Yeah,
before and you didn't even
just
know?
Thinking about that.
You didn't even know. You just
I've
playing
been
video
face
games.
to face with dog crap, and I didn't even realize it.
I don't know what you
Until
just
my
like.
foot was in it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you just like lean forward, set the controller down or something, and be like, huh, that's
No.
a thing.
it didn't register.
That's so crazy. Like,
I can smell skunks. I can tell the difference between skunks and marijuana.
oh yeah.
I can, but like a Febreze candle or a Yankee candle, those things, it's
so
hit or
good.
miss for me. It depends on like, I don't know, like how much scent is in there. I don't know what it is. I honestly don't understand my own nose.
I'm a big Bath and Body Works guy. I love smells. I have like car scents in my car. I did the online YouTube hack with the Airwick things, and then you put the Bath and Body Works like little oils in there for the wall plugs, and it just mists this awesome smell into your house. Got candles. I love smells, man. God, they're intoxicating to my brain.
Yeah, I bought one of those little things for the car. It ran out. I didn't even realize.
Oh right, yeah, they last so long.
I couldn't tell. Like when I put it in the car, I couldn't tell if it was working or not. I had to get right up next to it and just be like, "Oh, okay, that does smell like
so
whatever
crazy.
thing it is."
Yeah, I put one in my car when I still lived at your house, and here we are almost a year later. I literally just pulled that thing out of my car. The thing was, like, it must have been out for a while, but when I used my air vents, man, like my second job I go to, they load up my car for me, and every time they're just like, "Wow, dude, your car smells good."
Huh.
And then he's like, "No, dude, your car smells really good every time." I was like, well, yeah, I know. Well, that's by design.
Maybe they're talking about the weed smell.
I mean, it's like, are you coming on to me? Or, well, there's no weed smell. I dab. I'm a dabber. So there's not a lot of stank to go along with that. So, and that's another reason I kind of do that too, because it's like, you could do that almost in front of anybody, and no one's going to really be like, weed!
I remember when like the G-Pens first came out.
Oh, G-Pen.
I was just smoking one in a bar in front of
Yes.
everybody because like people were doing vapes, and the G-Pen kind of came out around the same time.
Oh, yeah.
And like you could just like I would just watch people and be like, I wonder, and I just hit that G, and
Get that G, baby.
just blow it out in front of, into the bartender's face, and they'd be like,
Mhm.
oh, "Okay, all right, yeah, no."
I mean,
that's
back
fine.
when the G Pen was out, like the vape cartridges were still like in their infancy.
Yeah,
They were still like figuring it
I think I
out.
still had to put flour in there, to be honest, if I remember
You
correctly.
know, I mean, they had two. They had like the oils, or you could have the flour cartridge, and it's so crazy how many of those devices I've had. I've had so many G Pens and Dr. Dabbers, and they were just all ceramic bullshit elements. It just was a harsh throat hit. And
I
just,
mean,
ugh.
they're definitely not built to last.
I mean,
that's for sure.
they definitely do the job, but it's just
They get the job done. But.
I don't know if I'd want it to do the job. But after smoking cigarettes and quitting them, and then smoking weed forever and quitting them, and smoking dabs and oils, it's just going back to weed. It really fills up your lungs, and you can feel it, and it just feels so terrible. Like
I don't know. I still enjoy it.
I love smoking it. Don't get me wrong. Like the flavor, the taste, everything. It's great. But like once you blow out, or at least for me, it's just like because I've been dabbing for so long, pure oils. It's just like I could taste that like fire, burn, smoke.
Yeah.
Because that's the cool thing about oil. You're putting it on a hot nail and vaporizing it. You're not
yeah.
burning anything. You're not smoking plant matter.
I miss it.
It's very clean, and you really notice. And what's really weird is when Dane comes over and vapes, like that shit really fucks with me. Like he can blow it out, and when I breathe it in, like I cough. It's almost like I
those
took a hit.
vapors-
It's weird.
Those are like toxic to me. I can't hit that like I can hit dabs. Like, you know me, I can fucking fill my lungs up
Oh, yeah.
so much, and
Such a weird thing.
I can't. When it comes to the vapes are just, there's something about them. It's harsh. It gets like burny and scratchy in my throat, and
I'm convinced
I'm
it's
coughing.
the elements. And plus, there's like no filtration. Like with the cartridges, even like the oil cartridges, it's like almost a direct like inhale hit, and it's so harsh on the throat. But it's like dabs just don't do that. It's weird.
Oh, it's terrible. But yeah, no, dabs. I highly recommend them.
Ooh, dabs.
I miss them. I'm sober right now, so.
And how stupid is the Ohio Medical Marijuana Program? By the way, so dumb. Hey, let's not do it like anybody else, and let's do this shit by tenths of a gram.
It's ridiculous. The whole thing. I mean, I'm surprised. Like, it's been so many years, and it's still not legal federally, as far as I know. Like, which, I mean, I don't know much about government and all that stuff, but it's like 38 states to ratify something constitutionally, and I'm fairly certain that we have well over 38 states where it's legal now. I haven't been keeping up on it, but.
Well, what really sucks for us Ohioans is down in Columbus, they got all these signatures and gave it to the state representative or whatever, and that dude straight said, "Hey, that's cool. You went and did all this work and you got all these signatures. I'm not giving that to the next step up. I'm not going to do that. Sorry. Figured out."
I mean, he has the power to do that. That's
Well,
his prerogative. But I don't know why he would.
Oh, he's not for it, and he's so against it because all these people are making all this money on it by doing it stupid, like in Ohio, giving you like 2.8 grams for like $60, $70. Like, what? That's like robbery. But yeah, this guy's like, so, he gets all these signatures, looks at all these people, like, great work. Nope. And so now we have to wait at least another, I think it was like 3 or 4 months. And then, we have to gather all these thousands of signatures again. And then it'll be on the ballot and we can actually vote for it. So that's my next hope, because like this guy was a total dick and bashed it down right away. It's like, well, we got 4 months from now. Give us some more signatures and just put it on the ballot. We'll all vote for it and go from there. But man, we were so close. In Ohio, you fucked it up.
Yeah. Ohio is it's an interesting state. Didn't they just did something with like the gun laws too? Like concealed carry is now like just totally legal.
Yeah, I was just talking, I think, to my buddy Sam about that. He's like, you don't even need one. Don't even need a permit to do a concealed carry. You can just do it.
Why did we just spend like? Did you guys make all your money on it? Like, there's like.
You also don't have to tell an officer you have a concealed weapon on you anymore too. That was a thing.
Yeah,
as well.
the police
like,
are
what?
They're up in arms about it.
It's
they're
like,
just like, why can't we need these laws? These laws protect us. Like,
well, it just seems like they're trying to set us all up to kill each other. Just like, I'm not telling you I have a gun. That's the law. Fuck you. And then he's like, oh, he has a gun. He didn't tell me. Ba 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 ba. I was doing my job. No, you weren't the law. Like, just pitting us all against each other, man. Like, fuck.
That's, I don't know. Yeah, the world's a crazy place right now. We got all that Putin stuff going on. And
yeah, shooting Europe's biggest nuclear factory. Just shooting it. Be like a couple of those other incidents from there.
I heard there's like nukes in Venezuela or something. I don't know.
Say what?
Like I said, I try my damnedest not to follow that stuff. It puts you in a bad mood for the rest of the day. You read something like that. I don't know where I heard it, but I heard Russia moved into Venezuela. I don't know.
What? Are you sure?
I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, it was one of those word of mouth things. I heard it from a guy who heard it from a thing. So I don't know how legitimate it is, but it's the world's a scary place right now. It's been that way for a while, but it's getting out of hand.
So let me ask you this: did you see the stream I did last night? Was it?
No, I'm actually off Facebook. So
that's right. So basically, I don't know, man. I'm losing track of my days. But whenever this attack happened, whenever he was shooting, the nuclear factory, I was just sitting here and I wanted to do a live stream, and I did do one. But it was really like at some point I got into music, but I'm just sitting there, just like, hey, like if we know we're about to go to war tomorrow, like what would you do, like? And if we go to war, we'll just say hypothetically, like, say you knew we're going to get hit with a nuke in, like, 2 days. Like, for some reason you knew, and no one else didn't. And it just, like, so everyone's going about their business like they normally would. Like, you had 2 days. Like, what would you do? 2 days. And you have the money in your pocket you got now, and the car you have now. Like, all that's the same. But the only upside is this is about to happen. Like, I mean, what do you even do?
I'm getting outside that 100-mile radius. I heard that thing can. I mean, depending on how many kilotons or whatever it's measured in, depending on how big these fucking bombs are, like it can level like 100-mile radius. Well, no, it can't level it, but like the radiation zone around it is such and such, and that's the part that's like scary, because this isn't like a comic book where you're gonna get radioactive powers. No, this is gonna burn your flesh off, and you're gonna.
Well, that's the argument too. It's like, okay, cool. So you're outside the fucking radius, right?
Yeah.
Everything happened. You just happen to make it. Well, guess what? All of that nuclear fallout's gonna rain over in your direction with a little gust of wind. And now you're just going to die very slowly over, like, whatever, just melting inside. It's like, I almost feel like I'd want to be, first and foremost, right where the blast is, rather than just...
Oh, you want that to be instantly. Rather than, I mean, plus, if you do get outside, like, you got to get your family...
Oh, yeah.
And stuff. And that's just...
But with those 2 days, like, what would you do?
With the last 2 days of my life,
like, you got 2 days left. Like,
I'm just glad
the world's
they shut
done.
down Pornhub in Russia and not here.
Okay, but what would you do?
I'm just doing the usual stuff.
You wake up, you get a text from just the government, like, hey, Ron, you got 2 days.
2 days. Well, I mean,
what's your next step when you step out of bed? Like, what do you do?
Like I said, that like I mean, I guess I'm making that decision. Okay, do I leave or do I stay? So I guess that's part of the hypothetical too. If I'm staying, then I'm basically accepting my fate, and I'm dying. So I'm gonna probably do what I just did the last 2 days. I'm gonna eat some like I'm gonna go get something from my favorite restaurant.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
I'm getting that massage again.
Ooh, well, I hope you get more.
I'm gonna, and then yeah. So then I'm gonna go see a fantastic movie. Holy crap!
What if there's no good movies out? Just like Peter Rabbit 2 and Cars 7.
Well, Cars 7 sounds okay. I might
Disney Cars
check
7.
out Cars 7.
Okay.
I like Lightning McQueen.
See, here's what I'd do. I'd wake up. I'd go find some guns. Like, I'm the most anti-violent, whatever. Like, just peaceful, but I'm buying some guns. Get a vest. I'm going to probably rob a bank. Just for fun. Just like, hey, I'm going to live life. Because you got to think, you rob a bank, you could probably run for 2 days. You could be on the run, but you have all this money. So along the way, you just get some crazy drugs. You just maybe rob something else. Drive a car through a couple stores, maybe, just like through Best Buy, just like fuck you, Best Buy, just drive through it.
I might drive a car through a store.
Like you got 2 days
in my car.
2 days, live life, man.
That's too much, though.
What do you mean? Who cares? You got 2 days.
I'm just gonna do something nice for myself. I'm not gonna
maybe try to steal like an airplane.
Say that you're driving through Walmart and you get another text from the government.
Yeah.
False alarm, bro.
All right, no, okay, well, yeah, oh boy, that's another scenario, I suppose. Yeah, that'd be real fun. She's like, well, I just ran over 7 families and I'm eating a bag of Cheetos while I do it. Uh-oh.
Oh no, we're not all gonna die.
Yeah, that would be terrible. But if we were, man, like, I would just do the craziest shit, like steal a parachute and steal a plane, try to get it up in the air and jump out of it and just watch it crash like I do in Grand Theft Auto. I would just basically live the Grand Theft Auto life, basically.
The GTA.
Maybe try to like jack somebody's car and hopefully they don't have a gun and shoot me.
I would re-download GTA 5 and do it that way.
Oh, so you just re-download the game and play the game for 2 days?
Yeah.
Oh, no, man. If I'm about to die, I'm just gonna let loose, do shit I would never normally do.
I mean, nothing's certain. That's what I'm saying, though. You're not gonna. It's not set in stone.
Just like go to McDonald's and take a shit on the counter and be like, "This is what you've been serving me my whole life. Have a great day."
We have. We have countermeasures. You know, we have our own military. We could shoot the missile out of the sky.
Well, no, listen, dude. If he shoots that zircon, whatever, that thing comes over here, then it pops open, and then there's like 40 other little nuclear warheads that are just already got their targets. Like, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, we'll get 3 of them maybe if we're lucky. But then it's just like the rest of America, you know, nuclear rain and just blowing it our way. Just like even like a couple of them, we're done, dude.
City, usually,
we're done.
Usually the wind goes west to east, like. The weather pattern usually hits us and then goes to New York. So, and New York City is more likely to be hit than Cleveland. So, if anything, it's the fallout's going south.
All right, well, say minus the fallout. Say there was no fallout, but they were still nukes.
They're nuking Cleveland. Okay, so say that they're going. Every major city in America has one going to it.
You're right, yeah.
I bet
probably
Cleveland's probably the most likely to get hit in that scenario.
I mean, we're definitely targeted, man. Cleveland's kind of a big thing, I guess.
Cleveland rocks.
I guess it's I guess Cleveland's kind of a big deal.
I mean,
it'd
be a shame to lose that big chandelier outside.
But here's also my thoughts. Like, you take the nukes aside. Say they had like these clean bombs or whatever that have like the nuclear destruction, but without all the fallout. Say they hit, you know, Yellowstone National Park super volcano, like ba-boom. Like, dude, or any super volcano, like they hit close to one of those. It's just like
I feel really safe in all of these scenarios. Like Cleveland, we're in such a position that the only way I can think realistically where we're in any danger is like Russia helicopters submarines into the Great Lakes and then has like ships positioned there, because otherwise, like, there are so many. I memean, you got Washington D.C. first and foremost.
Okay.
Then you have New York City. You have
but one missile
Atlanta.
could bring like 40 warheads, and you just, as long as they're spaced out properly, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, they have some kind of technology where they can hit every major city in America. I don't feel safe in that scenario where every single city in America is attacked at once, because then we're probably one of the least important. So they're like, we gotta save New York, we gotta save this one and this one. We can only save so many.
No, New York's so
just
fucked, man. They probably want to get a good new start on that. Like, blow that up first. We need to redo all of that.
Yeah, the enemy wants that out of the way, but the United States, that's like a huge tourist destination. Like they're gonna save Hawaii and L.A. They're gonna save.
Hawaii's so far away from everything,
California.
dude. That's
it's
probably
closest to Russia, though.
Yeah, that's probably the first one. They'll be like, you know what? Take that first. Give us some time to do over here good.
Yeah. So I mean, we're in the scenario that they are shooting off a ton of them. I feel it's gonna be like least safe there, because then it's like we're expendable. They're like, you have the lowest
sperm count
of housing. You're most likely to be dead in that scenario. So given that scenario, I'm just gathering my affairs together and just saying goodbye to my family.
Oh yeah.
And
you know what? I might do that before I start robbing banks and driving all crazy and doing stuff.
Yeah, you gotta prioritize. Then you go, okay, pops, I'm gonna go rob a bank. Do you want to come?
You want to ride, shawty? Hey, Dad, come on. Actually, when I saw that they were bombing the nuclear plant in Europe, I was freaking the fuck out, and I was actually really scared. The next day, tried calling my dad. And, of course, he doesn't know how to work a cell phone because he's 97 years old. Oh, this man. The stories I have. It's like, well, how do I unlock it? It's like, you do this. I can use my face.
You just
like,
look at it, Pop.
Yep, you can just use your face.
Yeah, my dad sent me a text the other day, but he didn't send me a text. So he typed the whole thing out. And he's like, dude. And then he calls me.
That's good enough.
Did you get the message I sent you?
Like, where you at?
No. It's like, oh, I didn't send. That's important. That's important, Dad.
I literally showed him 10 different times how to close an app. Like, that's just running in the background.
Just swipe up.
Yeah, I mean, it was easier when you had the button phone, but then try to teach him a whole new thing. He's like, but that's not how the other one did it. It's like, well, yeah.
This is an entirely different thing. You wouldn't do what you do on the Mac that you do on the PC, right?
It's actually kind of scary because I see the disconnect myself starting. Like, as simple as Instagram. It's just like, all these people using it and stuff. I'm still looking at it like, I don't get it. What is it? And, it's like, what is going on with me?
The apps can be complex at times. Instagram's definitely one of those where, like, my first 50 posts, I'm like, why are all the pictures backwards? How do I flip these around?
Flipping dips.
It's kind of essential that I have the words going the right way.
Yeah, I mean, that would definitely help, I would imagine.
Yeah, no, Instagram's different. But, I mean, it's mostly photos and videos. So.
Well, and then you got all these people like, yeah, I'm using Snap, I'm doing this. It's like, wow, well, you must be sending a lot of dick pics out because that's all I ever did with Snap. Just like, isn't that what it's for? Like, you send a dick really quick, and about 5 minutes later, it's gone. Or like 30 seconds, it's gone.
The filters started in Snapchat, so that's what I use Snapchat for.
For dick pics?
Well, yeah.
You put filters on your ween?
Filters on my penis. I draw a face on there, and then no.
That's a good idea. That's what it should be for.
I mean, I usually send out dick pics when they're encouraged. Like, hey.
Oh, of course.
Hey, send me a dick pic.
It'd be weird to just be like, and just type in a random number. Just take a nice hefty shot like Papa Cow and send random.
I have accidentally sent one because somebody's avatar was the same as the girl I was dating. Mm-hmm. So I press the avatar I think it is, and I take the picture.
Here's my
naked shower picture, and then I get a message back like, what the? Like, oh yeah, no, I meant to send that to
my dad,
to Mindy, not you.
That's what I'm always afraid of. It's just like anyone else, it's like whatever. But like my dad or my mom or my aunt, sisters, whatever, fuck them. But it's just like, the older generation that might have a heart attack if they see caca balls on their phone. It's like, oh my God, what is that? Spaghetti monster! Ah!
Yeah, you ever see those videos of like the first girls to wear shorts in public? That's like, I think a car crashed.
I thought that was like when they could wear shorts or like a skirt or something.
It was like the first 2 women to wear shorts in public. Like it was, it was an acceptable thing.
I think the guy hit that light pole or something.
He crashed. Like,
well, it's understandable. We're a bunch of freaking animals. We just want that meat.
You wouldn't want to.
And after never seeing shit like that, and you're just driving downtown one day, and you're just like, what? Bam! Uh-oh.
Like if they ever unleashed the nip.
I wonder if that's when they started with insurance. Like, you can talk to this guy over here. He takes care of all that for me.
Yeah, he's got that covered.
Mike Farmer. Farmers Insurance.
We are. Oh, I can't finish that probably.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. So I don't know what we can and can't do on these streaming things. So I just I'm hoping for the best out of all this.
They haven't shut us down yet. I feel like there's probably somebody watching.
They're waiting. They're waiting. They're just like, pull out a butt. Just pull out a nipple so I can just hit this red cancel button and shut you down.
Just one nut. That's all it'll take.
Dude, I've been banned from Facebook once, and it was for like the most asinine thing. It wasn't even anything crazy. I think I said something sucked or something like that, and someone reported me. And just like, what?
I mean, I used to get banned all the time.
The time.
If you call
somebody an idiot
or a moron
or anything along those lines,
or you tell somebody to jump off a building, like figuratively, they will shut you down.
Oh, kind of like an HR person when all you ask for is to be taken out of pointless, nonsensical text messages, and then they prevent you from working and threaten you how you may lose your job. Like
HR has gotten out of hand.
Very professional.
Out of hand. Like they don't even need proof or evidence that one person has actually done anything anymore. Like one individual can say, "This person offended me," and
Absolutely.
That's all it takes. Like you're done. You like
done, son.
Strike one.
Yep.
And then now you have like this label as the person who says things allegedly.
Allegedly.
And then like somebody comes up to you crying because of something like their boyfriend said, and then somebody else sees it out of context and goes, "That's the guy who says things. He probably made that girl cry."
Yeah, this world's pretty fucked. It's like, oh, he said that's what you did, so that's what we're going to go with. It's like, yeah, but that's not what happened. Yeah, but that's what he said. Well, why don't you watch the video? Well, they don't record stuff. Well, why do we have them? Policy.
There's no sound on the video, so we can't actually confirm or deny what you did or didn't say, but you're in trouble.
It's the worst feeling when, like I haven't been in this position until recently, but it's just like, when something happens at work and you need to go talk to someone about it, it's like, well, who do you talk to when it's the HR person fucking with you? Like, and then you reach out to the owner, which like you hope to never ever talk to that guy, but then you reach out to this person and he's just like, well, I'm siding with this person.
I'm siding with the HR.
And then you go back and look at this conversation you had with the HR person and see that all the threats that she made and all the shit talking was gone from the conversation. So then you wonder, did the owner even see the shit that she talked and just threatened me with? Probably not. But guess what? That's why every time, folks, record that shit. Back it up right away.
Oh, yeah.
Cover your ass.
I started recording conversations at work. Like, I don't trust anybody. It's like, I can't prove this one way or another. So it's just, I am going to record. Because luckily
Sensitive
for
bitches.
us, one thing about Ohio that Ohio does is it's a one-person consent state. So only one person involved in a conversation has to give consent to to record that conversation.
Is that true? Yeah. Yeah, there's
I can't think of
what the law's actually called, but
but if you have to be taking part in the conversation though. I think that's part of the law. I'm not a lawyer, so don't like quote me on any
These
of this,
laws are fucked.
one person can record the conversation as long as they're involved in the conversation. And yeah, I mean, like I've gone around jobs just like when I'm like it pointed out as the guy who says the things. It's like, no,
he's the guy that says the things.
I'm gonna be recording all of my conversations from now on. So then when they come to me, I can go, when did this take place? Oh, Thursday. Here are 40 conversations, 40 half-hour conversations. You can listen to each of these, and I guarantee you, I'm not the one who said any of the bad stuff, because I don't. I'm a little prude when it comes to like talking about certain things, unless I'm in like, good company. I'm afraid to freaking say anything.
I miss the people that never had an opinion, that just stayed to themselves and didn't say shit. Like, somebody could be getting stabbed right next to them. They just kind of look back in their book and finish reading that paragraph. Like,
no, we can't do that. But like,
just people are just overly sensitive, and just they all have opinions, and they're all wrong.
Yeah,
just
I mean,
garbage.
it's like the old saying: everybody
Canceling
has
everything.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, and most of them stink.
It's so fucked up, man. Just canceling. What's that Star Wars show with that girl or whatever?
God. Yeah,
like, she was a great part of that show. So what? Maybe she eats poop when she's not working. Like, whatever. But like, leave her on the episode. Let her do her thing. Like, you're ruining a whole thing because of this. Like, it's so dumb. I just hate how sensitive everybody's got. Or maybe they're not sensitive. It's so easy to be an asshole to people behind a computer. Like,
I know, it's like power.
Oh, you're doing good? Fuck
trip.
you. I hate you.
They're on a power trip.
But then they see you like, can I get your freaking autograph on my chest?
Yeah.
That's never happened to me. But, I'll give it a week with this podcast.
A week or two.
I don't know if you can classify this as a podcast or not. I don't know what it is, but that's what I'm trying to do. But I'll figure it out more as it goes. But this is seeming to work all right.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this.
The Ron camera is slowly dying, so I'm just waiting for it to fully go out.
I'm just gonna freeze again.
I didn't. It might. I think that's how it dies. Oh, did it do it? Oh, you fooled me! I really, you got me, dude. That was crazy. I was like, oh shit, it just did it. Speaking of the devil, that's how shit works with me. Just you say it, and just like, oh well, Ronald McDonald's outside with a knife. That's crazy.
Wait, is he?
Nah, maybe.
They used to call me that all the time, Ronald McDonald.
Speaking of, I should.
For crying out loud.
Rido didn't come up here, so I'm assuming he probably left.
Yeah, he just took off.
So I'm gonna go fart in the hallway and lock the door real quick.
Commercial break. Because
these might be some wing farts, and
yeah. Well, I mean, you're not gonna assault my nose. You might though.
So you know what?
It's hit or miss.
I'm gonna go, as a matter of fact, to my hold screen, and we will be right back. And, yeah, so we'll see you guys in a second.
Commercial break.
Bitch. Kinda like, fuck that Fabio bitch. Yeah. Yo, bro, you talking some shit? Some shit you can't back up, fool? You talking some shit to ice and nuts? That's what I think. That's what I flow? Talking some shit, bro. Get back in the game, baby, ice nuts, hand turn into balls. My deep voice, big dick, and turn into these walls. I'm the pussy from all my smelly things, sitting on and humming some things. When I get bored, I call, I'm the host, stick my finger in my ass and come, I'm the Lord. about the bears and rhinos. Fuck your mother Kelly, cause I hated her name.
Alright. So, this hold music that you've been hearing.
Yes.
Oh, I think the camera died. I think it finally died.
Oh yeah, that was me 5 minutes ago.
Oh, no?
How is it gonna die? It's plugged in though, isn't it?
Well,
Oh, it's just plugged into the system. It's not plugged into.
it's plugged into my computer, and this is an iPhone 7 Plus. And the battery in it is a piece of shit.
Yeah,
and
I know that.
It doesn't have that fast charge in it like all the new phones do. So this main one that I'm using, it's plugged into the computer too, but it'll charge. It's weird. So I have to make sure like the guest one is always
that
fully
one
charged.
slowly dies.
Yeah.
Like,
But normally it shouldn't, over the course of a show, it should probably be fine, but...
oh yeah, how long are we rocking this?
Oh, we go hard.
Let's go hard.
We are going hard. Uno momento.
Is that you with Carrie Fisher?
What?
Or is that just a cosplayer?
What are we talking about? Oh, up here?
Yeah.
No, me and my buddy Chris, my gay buddy, good dude. Well, he was. He has his moments. He did some fucked up shit. But we went to go see Star Wars when they re-released them or whatever, and they had all these
Right.
people dressed up and...
Cosplayers.
Yeah, you guys can't see it, but on my desktop computer screen, I kind of have a mumbo jumbo shenanigans of pictures everywhere, and one of them is with this cosplay Star Wars girl.
Dano. Sam, bro.
Oh, I got a lot.
Is that Keith? What?
Well, I haven't finished it. There's still a lot of room. I got you over here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
got you over there.
That's a nice.
I got
place.
little B in here.
Where
I got a
is that
stratosphere, dude. What?
Where's that from?
What, this?
Yeah.
I think this is when you went to the game with your mom or something.
Oh yeah, that is what I went to.
Something along those lines.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
I had to look and make sure I unmuted the mic because
She's the only one who takes pictures of me.
Oh man, I still have this one ready for a cake that I've been just waiting. It is so perfect. I've never gotten one so perfect for someone before. It's just ready to go. I just had to send the picture like this day.
Of me?
Well,
Or is it
you're just gonna have to wait and
somebody
see.
else?
You're gonna have to wait and see because.
Oh boy.
You're gonna see it, and you might have to go way back with some thoughts, but it should. It's good.
I don't like thoughts.
Oh no, it's good. This is a good one and a funny one, and you'll see it, and you might know instantly. You might be go, oh, yeah, yep, yep.
I've forgotten so many things.
Oh, that Holly House, man. I did so many drugs there.
We
wh-
did.
Yeah, that's where I
so
tried a lot of stuff for the first time at that house. A lot of stuff.
I remember this one time we were doing Tussin, Robo Tripping.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we did the off-brand that night or if we did like the real one, but
I would imagine we would have went all real.
I vomited freaking Exorcist style all over the back, all over. Like I don't know if it was in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely in the. I definitely made it to the back driveway, but I mean, when I vomit and I'm like messed up, it is projectile vomit. Like I am possessed. Like
I've seen
yeah,
Dane do that once.
Oh, it's horrific, but also
it's
at
hilarious.
The same time, yeah, no, I was gonna say it's also very funny and it's also very like.
It's shocking.
Not revealing. What's the word I'm looking for? It's relieving. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Your
just
body's
like-
just like no.
This one time, when I was in the military, there was we were on leave for Liberty. I don't know. I don't remember all that military crap. But we went and we saw Triple X, the first
Triple
one
X.
with Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
And that was perfect. And we got like a bunch of drinks. Obviously, we got Wild Turkey, I think, Grey Goose, and I think that was it. But I
chugged.
our chaser, our bottle of Coke. We finished it. We were completely wasted before we even went into the film. Which
of course.
Which is confusing to me that movie theaters now serve alcohol. I mean,
Yep.
I'm certain they wouldn't
Great idea.
let a patron get to the level of intoxication that we were at. We're young. I think I still had to be 17 or
Young,
18.
dumb, and full of cum.
No, it was 18, 19. I don't really remember my age, but anyway, I'm chugging this Coke, and then Sam Tongue, not coffee, Sam Tongue. He
Probably
starts,
shouldn't have said last names. Last names, I don't need it.
I mean, they're gonna be part of the show, maybe.
Probably.
So, but yes, so Sam starts messing with my throat, like, and then a couple other guys start poking my stomach, and yeah, that triggered it, and I was just everywhere behind it was in one of the malls in San Diego. And then we just went and saw a movie. Okay. And then we rode the trolley, and I was so messed up. And there's a Dick's Last Resort, I remember.
Oh, Dick's.
And I cut myself. Oh, yeah, I don't want to say how I cut myself.
Mm-hmm.
It might, I don't know, maybe it's past the statute of limitations.
Razor blades.
I punched the fire alarm. I punched the fire alarm.
Allegedly punched the fire alarm.
Yeah, allegedly. And allegedly I broke the glass.
Mm-hmm.
And allegedly I cut my fist open pretty bad. And I was
Glass will do
bleeding.
that.
And three drunk Navy men.
Ooh. Where's this going?
No, I'm bleeding. We're going.
Oh, where's this going?
We're going all over the city of San Diego in search of a bandage, and we go into Dick's Last Resort, and I'm like, yeah, can I get a Band-Aid? And you know how they treat people, and like I can't remember what they said. Obviously, I was intoxicated, but they went and got me a Band-Aid, but they were not very nice about it.
Huh. How did we get from the Holly House to California projectile puking?
That's what it was, because I projectile vomited at the Holly House on numerous occasions, and then I reminded myself of that story, because I did, and they were poking my stomach, and it just upset my stomach.
It's a weird thing to do. Just like these dudes are just like, hey.
Happens all the time.
Hey, Bucko Bronco.
Yeah, they were bucking my Bronco.
Bucking the Bronco. I actually, for what it was, the Holly House was one of the most amazing adventures, good and bad. Had some of the best times, some of the worst times, but one of the best trips of my life. We were in that garage, and it's like one of the first times I took acid, and I had a big old bag of weed, too, and, I don't know if you guys out there have done any of this, but after you do acid and you smoke some weed, it enhances it triggers a bunch more awesome things to happen. Anyway, so we're in this garage for a couple hours, listening to the Mars Volta. It was like right when the Mars Volta came out with that album, I can't remember what it's called, but it was over, and then this dude Jason runs into the garage and just throws his big old bag of weed. Like, we all got paid from something, and we all had big old bags of weed. And he just throws it across the room, and then you just see everybody scatter trying to pick up this weed that's on the ground. And then eventually we calm down, and it's like we should go outside, get some air, and we walk out from the garage, and it's nighttime. But it's just like, there's so much fog, you could barely see the glow from the streetlight. And I literally, I thought I was on an alien fucking world and planet. And then me, Zach, and Dane, I remember we made it to the center of the street. And it just, like, I knew where I was, but at the same time, it's like, I am on an alien planet. And we started walking all around, and Jason was with us. And then eventually he sees this purple kangaroo, then he starts chasing it and disappears into the fog. And you just hear his voice just like getting quieter and quieter and quieter. It's like, where did he go? What is happening? You can't even see. And he just started running. And eventually, like, after, like, probably an hour out in this fog alien world, it was just so amazing, and the weather was just right, and you weren't too hot, you weren't too cold, and you're with, you know, your good buddies, so we made it back into the garage, and just Jason is just missing for hours. Like, I hope he's okay. Like, I hope he didn't just run in some other person's house, and just, like, who knows? Like, especially, like, when you see a purple kangaroo and you go to fucking chase it, like, who knows what you're gonna do next? But then you just, like, hear this crying, and it's getting louder and louder, and we're in the garage, and we're just smoking blunts, and all of a sudden, Jason walks in, and he's like, ah! The purple kangaroo! It's like, what, dude? He's like, guys, Jason, the purple kangaroo! He just ran away! It's like, what the fuck is happening? This is awesome! It's like, I want to go see the purple kangaroo, let's go fucking look for him! Like, I'll help you out!
Lost it in the fog.
But just being on what seemed to be a completely different world and universe, and just, like I said, you barely seeing the glow. It almost reminded me of that Zombies level with the bus that you ride, and when you run down the roads, you can kind of see the light a little bit, sorta, but it's just like so much dense fog. It was an amazing experience, man.
That's an
like,
awesome level.
I owe the Holly House a lot of props and non-props.
My craziest trip had to be the one with you and I when we did those jellies. Oh my god, that was intense.
Jelly bellies.
And it was just like it was like everything around me was like drawn by like, I don't know, like some like impressionist artist. And
that would be cool.
Trees were all like, it was all like, everything was a fucking cartoon to me.
I would love to see something like that.
And like, I had to hold on to trees and stuff. Like, I thought I was going to get lifted off the face of the earth.
That's cool.
I mean, I've had some pretty awesome trips, but this one takes the cake. Because, like, I had the idea that, like, my mind was going to get sucked off the earth or something like that.
Sucked off? You know, when you say it like that, it doesn't sound too bad.
I'm trying not to, I speak
pulled off and away from the world.
I speak in innuendos. This is why HR is a bad thing.
Is that why I'm
me.
getting a little hot in here, Ron? Are you doing this to me subliminally? What's going on here?
Not sucked off by the earth, but sucked off of the earth.
Just pictured pushing a hole in the ground and fucking it.
Like, the impressionist art was like everything was moving upwards.
Okay.
Like, so it was like, okay, I could be next type of deal. So I had to like hug trees and stuff. Like, okay, I gotta go to the next. I gotta go to the next tree and stay here. If I let go of these trees, I am gonna be part of this mess. And I think I lost you for a minute. That was terrifying.
Yes.
And then we watched like the trucks go by, and they would go under the bridge, and I would just see them jettison off into space, and it was just so intense.
You know what? Sorry to break into this, but before I forget, another reason I would like to have my own website is so maybe we could do this live from the woods one time, and I can actually stream naked gargoyles happening, because you explain this shit to people, and they're like, what do you mean you stand on the side of the highway completely naked and spread yourself open for truckers at 3 a.m? And when they drive by you and see 7 people standing on the side of the highway question their own sanity seconds later, like, did I just see 7 naked people spreading their buttholes and stretching their ball sacks out on the highway at 3 a.m? Or have I been driving too long and need some sleep? Like, I love just having that thought, like, these people, like, just get a quick glimpse, just like, just over, just like, did I just see that? No. The rational person would say, no, absolutely, there were not 7 naked men and females just in the middle of the highway, just perched over the ledge of this cement guardian thing, just doing the worst poses, like, just most explicit poses you could do. Just for that brief second to just fuck with those people.
Some of this stuff I feel like we shouldn't be putting onto social media.
Oh, no, bro. Like, you know, it's who, like, that's the thing. It's like, I'll share who I am. This is who I am. I do naked gargoyles. Damn right.
I mean, yeah, but
so many people just don't get it.
Somebody could have it in their diary.
Yeah.
And they go, I saw 7 naked gargoyles today. I know I did. and it was on Highway 71.
It's
right.
I-80.
It's I-80.
Yeah, it's 80.
Oh yeah, that is 80.
Yeah, it's fucking 80 for sure. People driving 70 miles an hour, just boom, right under the bridge. Like,
I
what?
was going 69 miles per hour.
And you know, some of them
Interstate
with their brights on, like they can kind of see something that they're like, I'm coming up on something that's kind of looking out of place.
This looks strange.
Yeah, it's like that kind of looks fleshy colored. Oh, is that a row of people? Like, what the fuck did I just see?
I am gonna have to turn around.
Oh, it's great. Those are great stories. And it's just like, there's not a lot of people out there that are going to have stories like that, and that makes me feel good.
Yeah, no, not a lot of people have the balls to do that kind of thing.
Is it balls or they're just dumb enough to do that? Or a little bit of both?
It's a little bit.
It's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, that's great. Yeah, sorry to ruin your story, but yeah, that's...
No, my story was pretty much
right.
told, so
All
you
right.
didn't ruin my story. But that was, like, that trip took place in that same area. So
That's why I was thinking about it,
I
yeah.
understand the transition, because
Yeah.
it was like, that was our stomping ground.
Yes, sir.
The woods, yeah.
Dane actually was just talking about going back out there again, and I kind of feel bad because he wanted to go sledding, and so did I. But every time I'd get home from work or whatever, and I had the opportunity, it's just like, I just want to lay by my heater, rub a blanket on my nose.
We're adults now. It's
Yeah.
tough to coordinate.
Well, that and that's what we used to do every single freaking day. It's just work or not, we just go out to the woods and we just hang out in the woods, whether it be our normal woods or the homeless city woods or Bite My Ass Falls, just the woods all the time. And then it's just well. Yeah, but we did that a lot, so I need a 20-year break.
Yeah.
And it just sucks because now, you got John out there almost every freaking weekend, and now Zach has still been doing it. He goes out going across fucking mountain tops and sleeping in the winter and just...
They go different places, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. They go to, New York and stuff like that. Just,
Yeah.
I mean, there's some places in Ohio they go to, I know, and John, but, it's just so weird how we all did that, and then John was just kind of a homebody for a while, because he kind of had to be, I get it.
Well, yeah.
But then it's just now we're just all old as fuck, and just I don't want to go outside, and then you got John let's fucking go outside!
It is crazy.
It's piss, you're about 15 years late on that.
Yeah, no, my back hurts. Sorry, I can't go.
I mean, I'm all about it, and once I'm out there,
I'm
I
totally
always
about
have a great time. But it's just you just gotta get me out there, trick me somehow. Just be yo, dude, we got, I don't know, just there's naked ladies on the woods for real.
I mean, when we went,
That would never work.
when we went kayaking, that was pretty.
Oh, that was tight.
That was exceptional.
So casual.
Oh man, I thought I was the morning I woke up when we were kayaking, the morning of the kayaking.
I felt so bad for
I
you.
thought, I felt so miserable. And then just all of a sudden it just went away. I was trying to will myself.
Yeah, that was really strange.
I was sitting there, I was I was having COVID symptoms in my tent. And then I was just oh man, this is gonna be so awesome. You need to just suck it up.
Now, did we do the mushroom pills that night, and then you woke up feeling that way? Is that what that was from, you think?
I think it was those rest stop steaks, to be honest.
Oh, that's right. You guys got those steaks from that place, and yeah, that's right.
Yeah, cause it was me and Keith who were feeling gnarly. So
Yep.
I think ours were just undercooked or maybe old.
Yours were the last two old ones that they just kept because they think they could still sell it and it might be okay.
Right, yeah. It was just luck of the draw. And
Yeah.
I felt bad for Keith, but they do that stuff all the
Oh
time.
yeah,
so
yeah. They're
it's
always doing. They're so active. I admire all those dudes for that. Keith and Brian and all them. I don't know how they do it. They're just up and about and out all the time and just it's wow, man.
They're not addicted to video games.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know, but it's
I mean,
just. It's pretty cool to see.
I can put it down. If I get invited, and they're also a big group that loves doing that stuff. So it's
sure. Like I love doing it.
They're always inviting each other, like encouraging each other to do that. Sure. If we were more like that, honestly, our group of friends, like we're always like, I'm not gonna do that.
Well, I don't know why, but like when COVID happened and everyone was just like, oh no, we're gonna be stuck inside and not go anywhere, like that was great for me. Like, all the death and all that was great, but
no.
It was just like, it was my kind of like, I could do this all day. I could never leave this upstairs room and be okay with it. Like, this is great. It's like I got all my toys. I can do some music. I can play some video games. Like, there's something for me to do if I want. Granted, I didn't do a whole lot of shit. Just sat there and just grannied it up for a while and did nothing and lost a lot of muscle mass and became elderly ahead of my time.
I didn't mind that at all. No.
I loved it. I could do that all day.
I think I went out more during that period than I did before.
Now you think that's because they told you couldn't? Like, hey,
it's my
wear a mask, spirit. Don't go out. Like, fuck you, I do what I want. Rebel without cause.
I will not.
So this episode's turning out to be pretty interesting for me anyway. I'm having a good time.
I'm having a blast.
We are about an hour and 23 minutes into this.
Really?
Yes, sir. See the counter live 1:23:13.
Huh. I feel like we've been going at it longer.
No, we didn't start this till late as shit too. Like, it was like 1 something. I
got confused by the time. It doesn't feel like we've been here forever, but it feels like longer than an hour and a half. But I think it's because it's so late and we got started so late.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Most likely. But yeah, well, I was thinking about doing this maybe in the time slot, like after Rover's over and before Alan Cox. Like, I know when I'm at work during the week and, Rover's over, and then there's just like, okay, the same old rock and roll that's always been here. And then eventually just Alan Cox is on. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
Led Zeppelin 5 times in a row.
And, I got that 4-day-a-week schedule, so Friday I have free, so maybe if I can get up early enough and motivated, get a coffee going and stuff, like get this show going at that time, maybe entertain some people.
We could always compete with Alan Cox.
We could, or, or maybe, hey, this late night thing. I got a couple buddies that stay up late and, whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't. My sleep is very funny nowadays. Yeah. Like I'll sleep for 2 hours and then I'll wake up and then I might go back to sleep for another 2 hours.
Might.
And then it'll happen again and that cycle's on repeat. I don't know if it's like my dog kicks me or like I hear my dog having nightmares.
You're a pretty light sleeper when it comes to some things. But like if it's me like talking or something, like rah rah, like it's like your brain goes on like auto tune out. But it's just like if there's like a creak or a little just noise in the kitchen, it's like
what the hell is that? Yeah,
I heard it.
Yeah, it's mostly like I worry. Now that I'm by myself, I hear noises and it's like what the hell is that?
I have some moments like that when I'm up here and I hear something downstairs. I'll turn my camera on and look around, and then I'll look around up here like, why don't I have any knives up here yet? It's like I got some dull scissors.
That'll work in a jam.
Sure.
You got some screwdrivers too over here, I see.
Yeah. But like if I was to turn around and just see a guy just like step into the room, just like, like I can't run back there and grab something. It's like I need something over here. I'll throw my shaker at you.
Throwing knives.
Yeah.
I have throwing cards.
Metal throwing cards.
Like steel cards with an edge to it.
Give me some batarangs.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what they are. Except they're like batarangs for the Joker.
Okay. Batarangs for the joke, man.
Oh man, that movie was so awesome.
Oh well, yeah. So if you guys haven't seen Batman, check it out.
Batman. It is amazing.
It's really good. It's the director wanted it to be more real than the Nolan series,
and it was.
That's what he was going for, and he did a hell of a fucking job.
It blew. Like I didn't think they could beat Nolan or or Tim Burton's first film.
Oh yeah.
I think it might be the best Batman film. I'm calling it now.
It's, I've seen the original, which is the 1989 one.
Yeah, of
it's
course.
Definitely one of my most favorite movies in my itinerary.
It's definitely one of my
Michael
favorite
Keaton, like, come on, man.
Michael Keaton, Robert Pattinson is now in my top 2.
I'm not gonna lie, I hated it when I first saw it. It's like, oh, this bitch gets to be Batman, this fucking bitch.
It was like a smidge of jealousy, I think, because like he did so well. Like I just
after seeing him as like a glittery vampire guy,
I've
it's just
seen
like
him in other things. Like
you're going from glitter sparkle to Dark Knight.
but no, he's not though, because he's been in numerous other things.
I haven't seen him.
Like he was in this water for my elephants thing.
Yep, that sounds like I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it was like it was the only reason I saw it was because like I'd seen everything else on HBO, so it was just like I guess I'll watch this, and it was pretty good.
So yeah, I'm a big cartoon guy, and when I run out of cartoons to watch, and I go through and see movies like Eskimo Water, whatever you said, and then it's just like, I'm just gonna go back to Family Guy I've seen 25 times because it's funny.
Water for my elephants.
I wish I could just watch something new, but it's just like I'm just not interested in any of that shit. Just like it's as interesting as like football is to me. It's like I don't care about sports. Like why would I watch someone play games when I could be playing games right now?
It's pretty fun.
I mean, yeah, I get it. Everybody likes the thing, but I can't get into watching sports.
I understand that. It's mostly frustrating, especially as a Clevelander.
Clevelander.
One time it wasn't frustrating was 2016, and it's been frustrating ever since then. So I'm kind of like away from that.
The only time I really enjoyed the sports is when I was in juvie. And sometimes, like, when you behave, you get all these stars. And once you get so many stars, they're like, all right, you can go out with us. We'll go somewhere. We trust you enough. You earn these stars. Well, somehow, being in juvie and locked up, we get to go to this Cleveland Cavs game. And we went to the back, and we got to eat with the fucking players. And I got to talk to all these dudes that I had no idea who they were. Like, I couldn't give them any respect because it's like, I don't know who you are, dude. You're just a tall black man or white man. Just like... You shoot a ball. Like, cool. Like, hi, I'm just going to eat this food over here because I've been eating bread the last 7 weeks because I'm a picky eater, and lock-up food is gross.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
So I was just happy to eat cookies and milk and pop and just pizza, but it was just weird because we're backstage with all these players. Just like, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to not be liking where I am right now, but instead I'm getting, like, top-class treatment for free. Like, what? But yeah, I really enjoyed that.
It encourages, I mean, I understand that. It encourages good behavior. Like, oh, well, if I'm good, I get this cool reward that I wouldn't get normally.
It's like, you can't look at the fireworks outside your window. But if you got 5 stars, we'll take you to meet basketball players, and you can eat some pizza and drink some pop instead of that shitty old brand Salisbury steak.
Like, I don't even know who would be, like, who was playing in that era. So.
Oh, yeah, me neither. Maybe Craig Elo?
If it was Craig Elo, that'd be pretty sweet. Like
yeah.
Craig Elo, Brad Doherty, Mark Price, that team. Oh, dude, that would be...
I just know, like, the most random names of sports players.
I can't believe you came up with Craig Elo.
Yeah, I don't know. It just stuck in my head.
Of the people, Craig Elo.
Him and Muggsy Bogues are just, like, burned into my head for some reason.
Muggsy Bogues, like, he's, like, one of the shortest guys to ever play.
Yeah.
You gotta remember Muggsy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my dad watched all that shit. You know, I'd see it in passing, and then you're never gonna forget a tiny little dude running through and past all these huge dudes and then scoring. Like, what? How did he do that?
Muggsy was incredible. Yeah.
It's like, you're a micro machine. How did you do
like,
that? Good for you. Like, fuck yeah,
it's
dude.
It's kind of like Steph Curry now, like, comparable to that. Except for Steph's, like, behind the arc, whereas Muggsy is getting all the way in. He's penetrating the D.
Whoa.
He's
getting all the way in and penetrating the D.
There's a lot of innuendo in sports.
Is he penetrating with the D or penetrating the D?
He's got the D on him, and he's penetrating in the D.
All right, I almost get it.
Yeah.
Oh, pickles. I think, like, I've never been to a football game, so I would like to at least try that one time. But I do remember enjoying hockey, but that's just because, like, these dudes are brutal. They're just smashing people up against the walls, they're taking their gloves off and just beating the shit out of each other if they just have a problem.
That's
End
the
it like
best part.
men right there, like, done.
That is the best part of hockey.
So
is the
crazy.
fights. But they've, like, kind of gone away from that. I don't know. I don't watch
Well, of
hockey.
course. All these
'Cause we don't have
studies
a hockey team.
and brain traumas, and even football's probably about to change soon with all these head injuries. Like,
You would think.
dude, some people were talking about, like, hey, remember in the old days when they didn't have the face guards? Like, let's take those away because it'll be more incentive for them to play the right way and do the right things because they're going to have to watch out for that. And then the other argument is, like, these guys have trained a certain way for so long, they're not going to be able to break that, and then they're just going to get really hurt.
Yeah, you'd have to start the kids on it now,
Yeah.
and then like keep them. But then,
I thought that was
but then
kinda
you
neat.
risk the injuring the kids, and that's
Well, that's a good time to heal quick and, like, build up that
Yeah.
bone density and strength, and then you got the other guy on the right just like, hey, let's just go back to leather helmets because then they'll have to. Oh, the camera died. There we go.
there it is.
There it is. Let's
I'm
switch
out.
it up.
I'm out.
Well, we can just we could change this one to both of us.
Okay. Yeah. No, I was kind of on it already.
Yeah. So it'll work out for now. I mean, I'm surprised this is as it is now, so I'm happy with it for now. But yeah, so it's a lot of crazy stuff, neat stuff going on. So probably a good time to end the podcast or whatever the fuck you want to call this thing this experiment we're doing. Hope it entertains some of you.
I guess technically it's a YouTube live.
Well, it's on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook
Oh,
simultaneously.
Facebook, Twitch, YouTube.
All three of them. So usually I'll have the chats from each one up. So if someone from like Facebook says something, I can see it. If someone from Twitch says something, I can see it and then respond through the video. But I was having so many problems and shit today. I was like, as long as it just works, that's fine enough. If people say things, we'll answer them later. But the video looks like it's fine. We'll see if it went to all three platforms. But again, we're gonna try to do this Friday. I haven't decided if it's morning or night. But hopefully we'll see you guys next Friday with some freshness and some craziness, maybe some different people.
Maybe some different.
Maybe Ron will be back, maybe he won't. I don't know what he's got going on, but I wouldn't mind. Like,
I'm definitely gonna try to be here.
fuck yeah. And hopefully we'll be adding some more to this as we go and getting way better. Usually that's how things are supposed to work. You do it and keep doing it and you get better.
Yeah.
But yeah, so next Friday we'll see you guys. Hope you have a good night. Go see some Batman.
Go
Ron,
see Batman.
Ron, you need to plug anything?
Nope. Check. I don't know. I don't even know my TikTok name
I don't even have
or my
TikTok.
Instagram, so I'm on there
Yeah.
though. You can. It's probably Roscoe is involved.
Yeah. If you're
that's-
bored, check them out.
Yeah.
I'm B-COLESLAW on YouTube. Facebook, if you're not already my Facebook friend, it'll be very slim chance that you will be.
I
Is it-
quit Facebook.
It's either you're my friend and family now, or it's like you're probably not going to be on my Facebook. Maybe, you never know. But you guys have a good night. Be safe and
Oh yeah, I'm Roscoe Yo on TikTok. There you go.
Roscoe, yo, you heard it first here. But we'll see you next time. Be safe and have a good night, I suppose.
We out.
We out.